Well, gee willikers, I'm live. I should have prepared myself better. I only have a little bit of iced tea left. Should have gotten more iced tea or some water, but I didn't. And I turned on the heat for the first time today, and now I'm hot. But I have like a tank top, like a cami on, so I can't take my sweatshirt off because then I would be semi-naked. So I guess I'll just have to work with what I have going on. If you're coming on, I sure would love it if you would share this. I know a lot of times people don't because somebody might find me and not you, or vice versa. But I really don't roll that way. So I think it's going to be some powerful stuff. Hey, Tony has done it again. Hello, Olivia. I am broadcasting to two places right now. I'm broadcasting to both Facebook and YouTube, because I am very fancy. And, over the next, I don't know, hey, maybe for a little while. Hey, Steph. Next, I don't know, a couple months, I think I'm going to do some self-therapy live here on the old internets. Last night I did a live and talked about a lot of things and got a lot of great feedback. And today I was talking to, it's funny because some of my old buddies came out of the woodwork last night. I told everybody, don't write me. And yet some of my old friends showed up and they're like, what are you up to? What's going on? We feel you. Something's happening. And something is happening inside of me. I don't have any particular thing, business entity set up or something. I do have the things I've always done. If anybody's looking for business stuff, of course, let me know. But definitely something's flipped in me over the last couple of days. I was teary-eyed last night. Tonight, I don't think I'm going to go there. But I came up with the phrase tonight, this afternoon with Kimmy. I said, I've had enough. I am enough. And so are you. Please don't steal that because it's mine. I'm going to use it. I've had enough. I am enough. And so are you. And that's going to be the mantra for some of the new stuff that I'm lining up. Hey, Tracy. Hi, Michelle. Because I've had enough. I've had enough of the silliness, the shenanigans, the hype, the ridiculosity out there in the marketplace that's been telling us for a decade and more of all these things we have to be. We have to give value, and we have to do this, and we have to do that, and we have to be an Instagram model and all of that stuff. And quite frankly, that's never how home businesses and network marketing was ever built. It's not how it works, guys. And the top earners in the industry, the bulk of them, except for a handful now that, I'm not knocking it. And I'm not saying that there aren't some, Clarence called me cutie. Well, hello there, Clarence. Thank you very much. I'm not saying that there aren't people out there that have done some powerful, incredible things. And by the influence they have, they've been able to build tremendous network marketing businesses. I'm not saying that's not true. And I'm not contradicting a lot of the things that have been taught. But what I'm saying is that for most people, you can get to $500,000 without doing all that. And most importantly, you don't have to feel bad. So tonight I thought it'd be fun to talk about me, because it is all about me, and talk about some of the things that over the years I've internalized and beliefs I've created for myself in listening to people around me and not really coming to terms with who I am. Because like I said, I've had enough. I am enough. And so are you. And I'm tired of watching people walking around with their head down thinking they're not enough. Incredible, remarkable people. And this is where I started, guys, when I ran the Million Mind March with my buddy Joe. I came up with that name and I created a lot of that infrastructure because I felt really strongly that there were tons of people looking for a place and looking for somewhere that they could feel whole. And I've spent my whole life not feeling whole because I've been given messages from the time I was a little girl. I was too big. I was too fat. I was too loud. I was too this. Even recently, somebody who I love dearly told me I'm a package. Well, maybe I am, but that's who I am. And that's my being. And I can work on myself and I can learn to, become more loving of people. And I can learn to have more emotional intelligence. And I can learn to do a lot of things. But editing myself or walking around at 52 years of age thinking I'm not enough, well, I've had enough. I'm not going to do that anymore. And I don't want any of you guys to do that anymore. And I also don't want to edit myself about the things that I think are funky out there. It's funky. It's funky. I watch people, they are run broke by this industry. And there's something wrong with that when you come here to make money and you end up leaving with a $50,000 credit card bill, something's wrong. And part of it is because people just they spend and they're goofy and they're trying to buy something. And part of it is because people see a goofy market and they take advantage of it. And by the way, and I sound like audios from 15 years ago right now. People will always take advantage of a goofy market. People will always take advantage of desperate people. People will always take advantage of people that are trying to buy an emotion. You can't buy emotions. You can't buy, believe me, I tried. Okay. I tried going shopping to make myself feel better. I tried a lot of things to make myself feel better. Okay. You can't buy it. Maybe it lasts for an hour or two or three or for the weekend. But in the end, you come home and you still have to look in the mirror. You have to look in the mirror. And until you look in the mirror and you say, I am enough and I am equipped to go out and help some people with what I've learned and what I've done, you're still going to be in that place where you're able to take, somebody can take advantage of you. Okay. So I don't know if you guys want to play the game, but I'm going to list some of the things that are wrong with me. Okay. And if any of you guys want to list any of the things that are wrong with you, you want to share this and bring some friends down and say, hey, come on, we're going to play a game. Let's list all the things that are wrong with us. And have a little fun, because I'll tell you, if you actually sat, because our mind runs these stories in our heads, but if you actually sat and wrote it all down and you looked at all these stupid thoughts that are going through your head, you got to laugh. Okay, so I'm going to start with my body. Okay, my feet, I wear size 10 shoes, sometimes 11. My feet are too big. I've been told by my relatives, look at those feet, man, look at those clodhoppers. I was told in my own household, look at those clodhoppers. Man, those things are big. You wear shoes bigger than me. You got clodhoppers. My calves are too big. Ever since I was a little girl, I can't wear, unless I buy specialty boots, I can't wear like knee-high boots, never could. And I was told that I have Scottish calves and my calves are this and my calves are that. And I have had people stop me out. Like if I'm wearing a dress, like a dress at my knee and I'm wearing pantyhose or something, I've had people stop me out. People who don't even know me comment on my calves. So my calves are problematic. Okay, now let's talk about my thighs. Okay, and I'm just having a little fun with y'all here. My thighs are so big. How big are they? Okay, I have bigger legs. I've always had big thighs. I've had people make fun of them, including, again, love person in my family that when I was jumping off the diving board, screamed out to all my friends, look, here comes Thunder Thighs. It's the way to build a memory for your kid. Everybody wants to make memories. There you go. There's a way to make a memory. Okay. I like my hips and my belly is big, but I had babies and stuff like that. I don't feel too bad about that. I like my waist. I like my boobs. Okay. They're huge. People talk about those too. Okay. I've been commented on. I've had complete strangers walk up to me and let me know about that. So I can sit here and run through my face. Okay. My body. My face, I think, is remotely okay. My hair, I think I'm pretty lucky with my hair, and yada, yada. Okay. So there you go. There's all the things that are wrong with my body. Oh, by the way, I now have the wings, when I move my arms, because I'm old now and my arms do this stuff. Okay. So ta-da, everything that is wrong with my body. Yes, I'm losing weight. Yes, it's getting better. It's still never going to be, I'm never going to be an Instagram model. I'm never going to wear a bikini on TV, sit on a rock with my laptop and tell everybody how they can work from home. Okay. Now let's talk about my mouth. Okay, anybody else want to join in? Tell me something that's wrong with you, or am I the only one that's game tonight? Okay. I talk too much. I talk too loud. I talk when I shouldn't. I say the wrong things. I say, yada, yada, yada. So every report card I ever got was like, oh, she's a very bright girl, but talks too much, always talking in class, talking. I hear from everybody. I talk too much. Ironically, I get really silent and quiet at times too. So Crisco fat in the can. That's nice, Jason. Okay. My marketing methods, they're unorthodox, they're not professional. I don't run a webinar right. I talk to people too much. I do too much rigmarole at the beginning. I need to get down to business. I need to cut it short and get straight to it. I go too long. I shouldn't answer people's questions with the truth. I should package everything. I don't follow the official systems for the proper sales sequence for a webinar. Of course, I outsell everybody. But I don't do the proper sales sequence as taught to us by the big marketing gurus, so I don't do it the right way. When I speak at events, I generally don't want to sell at the events. I don't feel like triggering people when they're at an emotional state. I am often told that if I don't want to sell something and make money for the event, I can't speak. I said, okay, great, I'll see you later. I could go on and on and on, and maybe some of you guys can add to the list of all the things that are wrong with me. Not to mention, I'm a package, and I'm difficult, and I'm emotional, and I'm all of it. Okay, I ruffle feathers. There you go. Clarence, tell me what's wrong with you, not me. Okay, tell me what's wrong with you. I already have enough people telling me what's wrong with me. So if all these things are wrong with me, and I could go on, there has to be something right. Because one, I always get lots of people hanging out and writing me and listening and, connecting with me and so on and so forth. So there has to be something right. I get people that write me and tell me I changed their life. I get people that have gone on to make millions of dollars after going through some of my training. I get people that, write me on their darkest days and tell me that I'm the only one that helped them, or that I've loved them, or that I've cared for them. I've also had plenty of people that think I'm a bitch. So terrible housekeeper, I'm that too. I'm kind of messy. I'm disorganized. Oh, Paula, I cry at the drop of a hat. Tracy, you're short-tempered? I've never seen that from you. You always seem pretty even keel. I want to try to get you mad now, Tracy. I want to see it. Although you're a no-nonsense girl, Tracy. Care too much, love on people. I don't want to, just take people's money for the sake of taking their money. The list goes on and on and on. Olivia, I can't even imagine you're bitchy. I'd also like to see that. Install some cameras in your houses, people. I want to see this. You swear too much? That one, I swear. I'd like to see that too. Olivia, you must have you've been hiding yourself from the world, because these are all things that I never would have guessed about you. And here's the end game. Are you a good person? I mean, are you a good person? I can sit here and look you in the camera, kind of in the eye. I'm a good person. I'm a loving person. I'm a caring person. So ask yourself that, am I a good person? The next thing is, do I have something? By the way, those of you that are playing along with this game, thank you very much. Do I have something to share, to give, to pass along? Have I maybe had a product result that might inspire someone else? Do I have a story? I know you cried, Tracy. Do I have a story that I can share that might help someone? Like, Michelle, you've been through so much, health-wise and family-wise and all this other stuff. You have such an incredible story. I mean, I sit here and look at all of you. You all have incredible stories. Do I have something to share that I could pay it forward with, that I can give? And then the next question is, do I promote or sell something that could help someone? And if you don't, change. If you need something to sell, ask me, you know, whether it's something I work with or something I don't, I'll still give you the advice. I'll tell you something I would recommend for you. I don't have to make money on it all the time. I love to make money on it. If we can make money together, let's go. And especially if I have a vested interest in sewing into you, let's do it. That's awesome. But if you need to find something and it's not something I do, I'll refer you to the right people. Why? Because that's what networkers do. Okay. Diana, I don't like people most of the time. I mean, here's my problem, Diana. I love people, but I don't like people a lot of times. Hello, Matthew. He's so endearing. He calls me darling. Darling, how are you? How's the family? How's everything? How's Canada? I hope you had a lovely Thanksgiving and all that other good stuff. You know, do you sell something that has some value? Okay. If you can put all of that together, okay, if you're a good person, if you have something to share, pass forward, pay it forward, give to someone like Sabira shared, you know, I'll talk about Sabira for a minute. If you guys don't know Sabira, check her out. Sabira Falami. Sabira went through breast cancer and shared the whole journey. See, she could have sat and sucked her thumb and felt sorry for herself. She could have, you know, rolled up into the fetal position. But Sabira came out and literally one of the most inspiring things I've ever witnessed was her sharing the journey. And she let us see when she was in pain. And she let us see when she didn't have hair. And she let us see, like now, the cover of her book shows her, you know, I don't say this maliciously in any way, but disfigured body because she had surgery. Okay. She let us see. And so many people found hope through her. And now she helps people who want to write books because she wrote a book and she learned the process. And now she offers that as a service to people to help people who have a message that want to write a book. It's really amazing. So I'm reading what Michelle wrote. Yeah, there you go. No more being afraid. Because the worst thing that happens, well, there's the worst and the very worst. The worst thing that happens is nobody responds. And most of the time when nobody responds, it's because nobody knows who you are yet and you haven't been out there really working and networking, meeting people. And then the very worst thing that happens is somebody sends you something nasty or says something nasty about you. Like last night, I read you guys a letter that somebody sent me, basically ripping me to shreds about trying new things and trying on some makeup and going on some trips and expanding my horizons. And they told me that I'm portraying a lifestyle that nobody would aspire to. Well, I don't know that that's true. I don't know that that's true. And even if I'm portraying a lifestyle that nobody would aspire to, it's my life right now. Sabira showed her life when she was in the middle of something. I'm showing my life when I was in the middle of something. Okay. And maybe the next cruise I'll be on it with, you know, a boyfriend or a friend or whatever. Maybe I won't go on another cruise. Maybe I'll go to the Grand Canyon, or maybe I'll hike here in Connecticut, or maybe I'll stay home. I don't know. But what I know is I've had enough. I'm good enough. And so are you. And I want to gather around groups of people that are sick and tired of these messages that have been perpetuated forever. Who said that $500 a month extra isn't good enough? Who said that going down to Walmart with $100 and buying some new jeans and a cute new shirt isn't good enough? It had to be Gucci and Fendi and this and that. Who said that we can't go out and meet some people and serve them and help them, and that it had to be a big audience? And who said that we can't write a little post and it has to be this fancy blog post and we have to have a brand? Who said? Who said? Who is it that said it so many years ago? It was somebody that was trying to sell you something. It's the same as the people who told you that a Mercedes is so much better than a Hyundai. Well, guess what? I drove a Lexus 460 LS, an $80,000 car. I drive a Hyundai now. You know what? I love my Hyundai. It gets incredible gas mileage. Every time I fill it up, I think it's the greatest thing ever. And it has heated seats and it has a sunroof and it has all this stuff. I'm not a car person, so who cares? Who said that I had to have that? Because I thought I had to have that because that's what you had when you were a big cheese. Who said? Who said that we have to have all this fancy stuff? Who said? Now, I can show you how to improve your Facebook profile so that more people want to connect with you and know you. And I could show you how to get more visible on all the platforms so more people want to connect with you and know you, which is good for business, right? I can show you a lot of things, but who said you had to have a graphic designer and outsource everything and have this team? I run a freaking home business. A freaking home business. I'm sitting outside in my bedroom right now. I run a home business. I don't want a staff and a this and that. And if you do, God bless you. I'll tell you who to go follow. But who said that people in an MLM need all of this baloney? They don't. And guess what? I can think of two of my very, very best girlfriends who are top earners in this industry, some of the best known people in the industry. Neither one of them has an assistant. Neither one of them has an outsourcing team. Neither one of them has any of that. Any of that. And you know what we do when we get together? We make pancakes. So who said, yeah, who is they, Paula? That's right. Somebody who is trying to sell you something told you that you had to spend all this money and you had to do this and you had to do that. And please do not misunderstand me. Invest in yourself, but prudently, smartly, not because you were pushed and shoved or convinced that you are not enough if you are not part of something. Okay? Really? Who said? Who was it? I'm going to punch him in the nose. I've had enough. I love pancakes too, Matthew. No maple syrup, though. You Canadian people will be upset with me. I don't like maple syrup. I went last fall. I did 22 days on a cruise ship. I left from New York and I went up around all of New England into the Maritimes and into Quebec City and back out. So I did the whole East Coast of Canada. I had the most wonderful time, a wonderful trip. And I was afraid that I wouldn't enjoy it, because it was too many days. So I planned on when I could get off, how I could escape if I needed to, if I didn't like it. And I had the best time and I didn't want to get off the ship when I got back. But the one thing that was messed up is every freaking tour you go on in the fall in Canada and in New England and in Maine, all they want to do is feed you things with maple syrup. I don't like it. I had a wonderful Quebecois lady insisting that I would like it. And I was like, honey, I don't like maple syrup. Insisting that I would like it. So she made me put it in my mouth, which I did. I don't like maple syrup. Sue me. I also don't like a lot of other weird things. They're not weird. Everybody else likes them. I'm the weird one. Look, there's something else wrong with me. I don't like condiments. I don't like ketchup, mustard, mayo. I do not like maple syrup. I do not like sweet things. Okay. Diana, I just bought my daughter a jug of really nice, like grade AA, whatever it is, maple syrup. She loves it. Hate it. Ugh. It's too sweet. I don't like sweet things. So here's the question. Is it okay that I don't like maple syrup? Is it okay that my calves are bigger than most people's? Is it okay that I ramble on my lives too long? Because, you're only supposed to go 10 minutes because the attention span of the marketplace is this, and this. I don't care. If you want to leave, leave. Okay. Who said? The person who is trying to sell everybody something. Okay, that you have to do it this many minutes and it has to be this way and this is the sequence and it has to be exactly this way. I don't subscribe to the rules. Hey, you like my sweatshirt? Wait, Jillian got me a Google NYC sweatshirt. I tried to pay her for it, but she didn't let me. Google NYC sweatshirt. Isn't it cool? It's very cool. Can't get these unless you have a friend somebody that works there. So I guess I'm done. If anybody else knows of anything that's wrong with me, I know somebody wants to tell me, and I'm sure I'll get a letter from somebody who watches the replay of this telling me about what's wrong with me and how I talk too long and why this doesn't work and why that doesn't work and why people don't take me seriously and all of this other bull. I've had enough. I am enough. So are you. And building an extra revenue stream right now of a couple grand is good enough. I don't have to be the top rank in 2 weeks. I don't have to be the top earner. I am the top earner at a company right now, right? Top earner, been a top earner for ages. I don't really make a big fuss about it, but you know what? They never thought I'd be it. Nobody ever thought I'd be it. Nobody ever thought Hockman would be the one. And yet I am. And I'm in no rush to locate the right people because I'm not trying to sell everybody something. I'm looking for the people that want to run with me. I'm looking for the people that like what we're selling. I'm looking for the people that want to be part of this new club or whatever it is it's going to be. Because something, okay, something is coming out of this. I know it. I feel it. I had too many of my best people crawl out of the woodwork last night. They crawled out of the, I don't mean that. That sounds weird, like they're in the woodwork, but too many of them heard the call, like the beacon, the lighthouse shining. They saw it. They heard me. They heard me. Maybe you do too. Okay. Tracy, they kicked me off their leadership group at one point because I wasn't producing enough. Okay. I wasn't producing enough. Who says what production is? Whose standards am I supposed to live up to? When I was at Herbalife, I lost 120 pounds. They told me I wasn't enough. I was told by people I loved I wasn't enough. I'm not enough. I'm freaking enough. And so are you. And yeah, some of you cry too easy. And some of you swear too much. And some of you are cranky. And some of you won't eat your veggies. And some of you do all of these different things that somebody might tell you disqualifies you from what you dream of. Well, who's in your head and who even knows what your dream is? The only one that's going to hold you accountable to your dream is you. You. The only one that knows what it is that you want is you. And in my camp, around me, whatever it is that you want is good with me. Whatever it is what you want. Jeff Welch comes on and all I want is some of those damn biscuits he cooks. He's always cooking this good stuff, man. I'm going over. Again, Jeff, I'm losing weight and you're going to get me fat again. I just look at your videos and I get fat in those pictures. Talk about Jeff. Jeff, we have to do a live one day. I really, really, really want to get some of the legendary people back out to talk about how the industry started. It was all based on, guys, I was brought up by Mark Hughes from Herbalife. It was based on people telling a story of $400 or $500 a month. There's never this stuff today. It was never, everybody's like so busy trying to inflate. And it's never enough. It's always more and more and more and more and more. The industry, that's not what the industry is built upon. It's a lot of people making some money and a handful of people deciding they want to rule the school and go for it. That's cool. If that's you, do it. That's you, do it. There's a lot of people reading some books and listening to some Jim Rohn tapes, you know? It wasn't trying to learn to be expert marketers. Now, I'm going to be straight up. I am an expert marketer. At least I think so. But I've always resisted utilizing that in a lot of the stuff that I do. Because if you create a system that people can use, that's awesome. But if you're doing all this stuff that nobody else can access, what good is it? What good is it? I don't know. It's just me. I'm going to wrap it up. I've talked way too long again. Check on the list of the things that are wrong with me. I'm going to be doing a lot more of this self-therapy out in public. So, yeah, Jeff, we really do. And I really feel that it's time that we come back around full circle. Everybody's chasing the tail of something that's over. And if people haven't figured out the community, you know, duplication, I could have a whole philosophical discussion on it. But the simplicity has been lost because we're all trying to go fast. What if we go steady, like boyfriend and girlfriend? What if we just go steady, just for a year? What if we took 2020 and decided, instead of going fast, to go steady? And I watch trainers and people in the industry constantly say that, you know, success favors speed. And I'm not knocking people because it's been said by a million times, but I know there's one prominent trainer that talks about it. And yes, there's absolutely truth to that, especially when you're just getting something started. And there's certainly a lot to be said for momentum. Okay, getting momentum and then you sustain it. So yes, should you dig in when you decide to go? Should you go? Absolutely. But once you get it going, it's all about steady. And quite frankly, if you're not where you want to be, examine yourself. You just haven't been steady. I know I haven't always. Yeah, Jeff just said the internet has made it so easy. It has caused everyone to build like they're buying a lottery ticket. And just like most lottery tickets, after the ticket loses, it's discarded. And that's why you see people that have been regarded as leaders running from program to program to program to program, and people moving legs to make another buck, just off of the get-in bonuses. I happen to be affiliated with a company that has removed all sign-up fees and removed all those packages and all that other stuff. They literally have revolutionized the way we're approaching business. And it's going to be really interesting to see because it goes into effect this next month. It's going to be interesting to watch because everywhere else, I can't say everywhere else, but a lot of places are built on promotional volume of big get-in packages and stuff like that. And then you watch a company that's been quietly building dramatically that has removed all of that. It's very interesting to watch. And in the end, from a regulatory basis, how many companies are really going to get to keep going with big buy-in packages? Not going to last for long. So they decided, let's just go there now. It's kind of cool, kind of neat. So in any case, gang, you're going to hear more from me. I'm having a meeting with some of my guys tomorrow night. If you're looking to chat with me, reach out. I love to chat with you about what is on my heart. I have no agenda because I don't have anything in place. There's nothing, there's no monetary anything attached to it, but something's downloading into me from spirit, and it's time to rock and roll. So I'll see you guys. For those of you on Facebook, I'll be right on Facebook, and I'll see you guys around if you need me for anything. For those of you guys on YouTube, believe it or not, there's as many people on YouTube right now as there are on Facebook, which is kind of neat. I'm excited to see that channel lighting up. If you're not on the YouTube channel, just go over to YouTube, search for Diane Hochman or youtube.com/Diane Hochman. Subscribe to the channel and hit the bell. If you're a YouTube person, of course, over here on Facebook, I don't think you can subscribe. It's just when I go live, but you can always check my wall to see what the newest live has been. And with that being said, I'm going to get off of here. Everybody have a wonderful Sunday evening. Love you all. And like I said, I've had enough. I'm enough. And you are too. I'll see you guys later.